chat box if the audio is okay, please. Okay, so there was a very slight delay in starting the session, but your lead lecturer will join us very soon. He's experienced some technical problems. So just to give an idea about what this free session is, I will first introduce myself. My name is Ali Rahim. I am one of the lecturers at the Nanaska case study lecture panel. Okay. Some of you might recognize me, some of you might know me. Those of you who have completed operational level OTQs, I was there as well, so I can recognize some names that I have seen before. So nice to see you all again here in the management level. Okay. The purpose of today's session is to give you a brief outline about what you can expect in the management level case study. So I will clear the screen. Okay. We will have a quick introductory session, maybe for about an hour or so, and the balance time we can quickly dive in to the case study, and we can get started, right? So fundamentally, the case study that is given to you will be based on a document called the pre-scene. This pre-scene that we'll be looking at in the February 2025 exam session is about a company called Shiny Glass. Okay, so this pre-scene is sort of your holy grail. This is the document that your entire case study exam will be based on. And in this pre-scene, I believe that some of you are aware that there is a pre-scene. This is the document that contains all the details about the company that you will have to be working with for this management level case study exam. So joining us, we have our lead lecturer, Mr. Channa Gunawardana. He is here to take over the introductory session. And within the next couple of weeks, you will have an in-depth discussion with your lecturers about how to pass this exam in your very first attempt, and all the facilities that Nanaska will be there to provide with you during the next couple of weeks. So then I will formally hand it over for your official management level introductory session to Mr. Channa Gunawardana, and he will take over from this point onwards.
Thanks, Ali. Thank you. Hi, guys. I'm very sorry. So we'll start the discussion. So basically, in SEMA, over the years, it has changed a lot. It has changed a lot from syllabus perspective. It has changed a lot from the final objective of SEMA, what SEMA is trying to achieve. Many years ago, when I was teaching for SEMA 10, 15 years ago, or before that when I was doing SEMA, we always had a lot of management accounting techniques, management accounting calculations, financial accounting, final accounts preparation. Over the period of time, all of them have gone out of the SEMA syllabus. Instead of, there were times where there is a 1.5 hour question in your exam paper as the first question. Out of the 3-hour paper, 1.5 hours we used to allocate to do the final set of accounts on the exam day, in the exam paper. There are no more. There are no detailed calculations now. There are no detailed management accounting or financial accounting theories involved. All of them have gone away. What has replaced them are the practical use of artificial intelligence, how blockchain can be helpful for the business, how IoT, Internet of Things, will have an impact on your business. So SEMA syllabus has changed a lot. The reason for this change is coming because SEMA's final objective motivation has also changed, where SEMA is now not trying to build a management accountant. SEMA is trying to build a well-established strong CEO with a finance background. So basic finance topics are yet there, but the concentration is mostly on building a professionally qualified CEO. So SEMA has become like a mini MBA now. Those days, we used to teach in the class on different models that people will have to memorize. All of them have gone out now. Those days, there were 16 different subjects one needs to do, each for 3 hours. Then there were 9 different subjects one needs to do, each for 3 hours. All of them have been taken a back seat now. But now we can get the SEMA qualification by doing 3 different case studies, because that is what the real world requirement is. That is what the real world requirement is. So things have changed a lot for SEMA. At Nanaska, we also kind of believe in something very different, which is completely aligned to what SEMA wanted to build. If you look at our social media, you will realize we have a very different purpose. Our purpose is to build better leaders for the world. So building better leaders for the world is completely aligned to what SEMA's objectives are. So we are here together to achieve it. First success story that you would like to have is nothing else but to pass the exam. First success story that you would like to have is nothing else but to pass the exam. But how we can ensure you pass the exam whilst you build your leadership skills is the $1 million question that we are trying to answer. So during the session, whilst we ensure that you pass the management level case study, we'll have a lot of things to improve your leadership skills, leadership qualities. Fortunately, it is very much aligned to what SEMA wanted it to be. For management level case study, for strategic level case study, there will be very few theory-based questions. Most of the questions will be very practical, day-to-day questions. Most of the questions will be very practical, day-to-day questions. That is why we believe for you to teach MCS or SCS, you got to have the experience as a CEO, nothing else. In my journey as a CEO, I will share my real world experience. They are the ones that will be there on the exam day for you. They are the ones that will be there for the exam day for you. Because SEMA is trying to give a practical experience of running a company. SEMA is trying to build a proper CEO. Therefore, the alignment is someone who had worked in as a CEO to come and share the experience with, of course, the finance background. So I will share a lot of things that had happened in my life as a CEO. I now work as the CEO, Executive Director of Dankutu Posile. I have a different role as the chairman of Litrogas, which is a government-owned gas company which has 80% of the market share. All those experiences, let's put together and see how you can pass this paper. Coming back to management level case study, what are we trying to do with you? So today is an introductory session just to explain to you what is the process that we are going to follow with you. So in the management level case study, what are we trying to do with you is the first question to ask. I will tell you what are the things that we are planning. At the same time, please be aware, we believe if you fail, we fail. Therefore, we will do whatever that is required for us to ensure you pass the exam paper. Of course, there is a lot of commitment that is required from your end as well. Of course, there is a lot of commitment, time commitment that is required from your end as well. So we will request that commitment from you as well. From our side, what do we do with you? Of course, we'll start with 2 different steps. One is called KYP, other one is called KYI. We are going to start with KYP and we are going to start with KYI. What is KYP? What is KYI? KYP is know your pre-seed. KYP is know your pre-seed. Right? So what do you mean by know your pre-seed? How the exam works is there's a pre-scene given early. We are supposed to go through the pre-scene. We are supposed to know the full details of the pre-scene and go to the exam. So on the exam day, it's like you know so much of details about this company. On the exam day, you know who the directors of the company are, you know what the history of the company is. Therefore, it is like a real day-to-day job. Whenever you go to office next Monday, you know so much of details about the company because you have been working there for 1 year or 2 years. You know the details about the company. So whenever new problem comes, you will manage the new problem having the historical knowledge about the company by working in the company. So KYP will do the part of that historical knowledge of the organization. I mean, unless you know what happened in the company for last 5 years, unless you know the market of the products that you're going to sell, unless you know why your product is different from someone else's, unless you know that, you can't resolve the problems. So KYP will do just that. KYP will tell you the historical background of the organization. So KYP is a nice PowerPoint presentation which tells you about the organization. So this is the KYP. Of course, we'll discuss about this in a little while in detail, but here I'm trying to give you a very brief summary about the KYP. So what is it? What is it? It is Shiny Glass. Name of the company is Shiny Glass. Name of the company is Shiny Glass. Okay. What do they do? What do they do? We manufacture our own frames at Templeton factory. Templeton is the country where we are based. Templeton is the country where we are based. And we are manufacturing and selling doors. We are manufacturing and selling. We manufacture our own frames, sells products to customers across. So what kind of products do we sell? What kind of products do we sell? We sell the products like this. We sell the products like this. Right? What do you mean? What do you mean products like this? We sell the products like doors and windows in the market. We sell the product like doors and windows in the market. Why our doors and windows are very different? Because we sell what we call double glaze products. We sell what we call double glaze product. This is the product that we sell. If you look at our windows, you will see there are two materials and there's a space in it. So these are double glaze because there are two lines that will be there in our doors and windows. So our unique, of course, there are so many other companies who are doing that. Our uniqueness is on this double glaze concept that is available. So what do we do? This is what we do. We manufacture doors and windows. We go and install doors and windows for the houses. That is what we do. That is what we do. So in the double glaze, you will see there are two layers of glass available. There are two layers of glass available in the double glaze. Right? So that's the product that we manufacture. That's the product that we sell. So why this double glaze? Why it is so important and why it is so critical? I mean, what's the logic in it? What is the issue of it? Why we are being so happy about it? It's applicable mostly for countries where weather conditions are very different to where most of us live. You go to Sweden or you go to any of the European countries, you have a winter season coming in where the temperature levels are very, very, very low. Temperature levels are very, very low. In the outside world, in the winter season, it is very, very cold for you to go outside even. Very, very cold for you to go outside even. Then you got to have heaters inside your house. You got to have a heating system inside your house. So what kind of heating systems are available inside the house? What kind of heating systems are available inside the house? Right? It is not just a heater that is available somewhere. It is not a heater that you will keep somewhere. No. Your entire house has a heating system built into the house. Heating system built into the house. So either your walls, behind your walls, or behind your floor, behind the walls or behind the floor, there's a heating system that goes away. So below the floor level, there are tubes that goes here and there, which will keep your house warm. From the walls, there's a heating system inside the walls that will create the required temperature to attack the winter season that is available outside. So that's the kind of heating systems that are available. Right? So this heating system runs on what? The heating system runs on gas. Heating system runs on gas. So gas is very, very expensive. How do you know gas is very, very expensive? Why people are fighting in Europe against Ukraine and Russia? How comes Russia becomes so powerful? Because Russia is the supplier of gas to Europe. Russia is the supplier of cheaper gas to Europe. So if Russia is going to block their gas supply, the Europe will suffer. That is what happened when the Europe tried to help the Ukraine. So gas is expensive. Gas is critical. So can we summarize now? Can we summarize the 5 points that I said? Can we summarize the 5 points I said? We are in the industry of manufacturing and installing doors and windows. We are in the industry of manufacturing doors and windows. So in your house, you want to build the new doors, new windows, we'll do it. You want to replace the doors and windows, we'll come and replace it. That is what we do. Why do our windows and doors are different? Because they are double glaze. Because they are double glaze. Why double glaze becomes critical is, in a country like Europe, in the winter season, you need to keep your house warm. So there is a heating system available inside the house. You don't need to know about the heating system, but there's a heating system underground or behind the walls, there's a heating system which runs on gas, and the gas is very expensive. Gas is very expensive. So last point, by summarizing all 4 points, I just want to give the 5th point. The 5th point is our double glazed windows and doors will ensure the heat will not get leaked to the environment. Our double glazed doors and windows will ensure inside heat will remain inside. It will not go to the outside. The heat will not get leaked out of the doors and windows. Our double glazed doors and windows will ensure house inside will be kept warm. So my gas consumption comes down, my gas utilization comes down, I will save money. If the gas utilization goes up, that will damage the environment. Using gas will damage the environment because it will emit carbon dioxide to the environment. So I am protecting my environment by having double glaze. I am protecting my gas bill by having double glaze. So that's the industry that we are in. In European countries, double glazed doors and windows are absolutely a critical requirement. That is the business that we are in. That is the business that we are in. That's the business that we are in. That is why double glaze becomes very, very important and very, very critical. So you don't lose the temperature levels available. You don't lose the temperature levels available. Right? So that is why it becomes absolutely a critical factor in the business for you. That is why it becomes a critical factor for you in the business, because it will save a lot of money for you and you are helping the environmental as well. If you have a single glaze, there's a 45% heat loss, and 55% of that can be saved if you kind of have the double glaze. So this is the business that we are in. This is the business that we are in. So what kind of a business are we? We do the doors and windows. We manufacture them. We have a factory in our country where we do manufacture this doors and windows. That is why we have a production director on the board. We have operation director who will take care of the customers, because we do lot of installations available. We do manufacture the doors and windows, and we take the doors and windows, go to the houses, and we fix it. Installation is a critical factor as well. Installation is a critical factor as well. We have a sales team as well. We have a sales team as well. So this is the broader business that we are in. This is the broader business that we are in. And if you go into further details in the KYP, you will see a lot of details about the organization, about the industry. To start with, we are the largest. Can we see? We are the largest. In Templan, we are the largest player in Templan. Shiny Glass is the largest. Second one is by far the second. Second one is by far the second. Right? These are the largest 4 companies in the market. They dominate 45% of the market in Templar. So there are so many other players. I'm not saying no. But these 4 will dominate 45% of the market. So rest of them are fairly small. Rest of them are fairly small. So we are the largest in Templan in this business. We are the largest in Templan in this business. So there are a lot of players in the market, actual players in the real world, which is not a concentration now, but we can learn about them a little later. We can talk about the market size in UK, how does it happen, all that in a little later. Real world double glazing industry examples are there. So this is about the real world organization. Anglian Home is one of the largest players in the real world, not in the pre-scene, in the real world, that is doing a job that is very, very similar to us. That is doing a job very, very similar to us. Everest is another real world organization that is doing a job that is very, very similar to us. Likewise, there are many other real world companies that is available. There are many other real world companies that is available. Safe Style is another company. Look at Safe Style, the pre-scene company, my dear friends. These are real world organization. Established in 1992, Safe Style is reputed as one of the biggest double glazed window manufacturers and installers in UK. We are also a manufacturer and installer. Safe Style is a manufacturer and installer, largest in UK, and they also do sell double glazed windows. So this is Safe Style. This is Safe Style. This is Safe Style. Safe Style is a very similar organization in UK, provide services that are very similar to us. So let's learn about what is the real world examples as well. Now, one of the other issues with us is we do manufacture, we do sell, we do install, we do all that, but the beauty in our game is all the salespeople are outsourced. That means we have 550 salespeople, but they're not employees of our company. We have 550 salespeople, they're not employees of our company. We pay them a commission. They are paid a commission, and they are self-employed. You go and find a business for us, we'll pay you a commission. Right? So our sales team is entirely outsourced. Our installers are also entirely outsourced. Installation is also done by various different companies. We use 40 different companies that employ 650 people who are the fitters and the surveyors. They are the installers. So I think it's a very nice organization. I'm not trying to go into details of the organization today, but it's a very nice organization. Shiny Glass Group, we are making money. We have a $38.5 million profit for 2024. It has increased from 17.9 million to 35. So things are good for us. And this is the pre-seen company that we are talking about. So first step is nothing else but to get to know about the organization KYP. Second step is what we call KYI. Second step is what we call KYI. What is KYI? Know your industry. KYI is know your industry. That is where we learn about the industry in detail. Of course, related to this particular industry. So we even go to the talk, we even go to the history of windows and doors. How the windows and doors are manufactured in the history, in the past, in the 17th century, doors and windows. The journey of doors and windows we talked about. So KYI talks about a lot of details about the industry. KYI will talk about the key players in the industry. Understand? Right? So likewise, there are so many players in the market. We'll talk about the real world example in the KYI. So we are going to start with KYP and KYI. We are going to start with KYP and KYI. First two steps are KYP and KYI. So if you look at the full picture, we start with KYP, then we move on to KYI, then we move on to something called ground rules. We call it GR. GR stands for ground rules. What is ground rules? Ground rules will tell you about what you should be doing on the exam day and what you should not be doing on the exam day. What are the rules of the game that you're going to play? What are the rules of the game that you're going to play? KYP, KYI ground rules. Then we go to a step called deep dive. That is an in-depth analysis into the pre-scene. KYP is very different. In the KYP, we try to understand the pre-scene. In the deep dive, we try to challenge the pre-scene. We try to challenge the details given in the pre-scene in the deep dive. So we start with KYP, KYI, ground rules, deep dive. The fifth one is called co-activities. Fifth one is called co-activities. On the exam day, SEMA has made it very, very clear. The exam day questions will be based on 5 co-activities. Exam day questions will be based on 5 co-activities. These are the co-activities that we'll be discussing as stage number 5. These are the co-activities we'll be discussing as stage number 5. A, B, C, D, E. 5 co-activities. That is our stage number 5. KYP, KYI, ground rules, deep dive, co-activities. Altogether, there are 10 steps in our course. First 5 steps are KYP, KYI, ground rules, deep dive, and the co-activities. What is the 6th one? 6th one, in a way, is very important. 6th one is what we call refresh theory. Some of you may be joining through FLP. Some of you may be joining through FLP. You might not have the exact knowledge on E2, P2, F2. Those who have done E2, P2, F2 and passed E2, P2, F2 might also not remember anything about E2, P2, F2. So we do the full revision of E2, P2, F2. That is the stage number 6, what we call refresh theory. Stage number 7 is something very interesting, because in the stage number 7, we just give you one mock paper and the answer for you to get a feel about what kind of things will come on the exam day. And that is what you call the section number 7 practice. That is what you call section number 7 practice. That is what you call section number 7 practice. Section number 8 is we call it reality, and it is actually a reality test. That is where we give you about 8 mock papers for you to practice on our exam engine, which is very similar to the SEMA exam engine. You practice so many mocks on our exam engine, so you get a real reality test before you go to the exam, so you can pass the exams very well. That is the stage number 8. Stage number 9 is like a kottu, which includes a lot of things. Stage number 9 includes a lot of things. Stage number 9 includes PI. Stage number 9 includes PM. It includes various different things. It includes various different things. Section number 9 includes various different things. So section number 9 includes PI, which is the possible issues for the exam day. PM, power mock. Power mock will include what kind of theoretical questions might be there on the exam day. And there's a separate F2 mock that's available for you as well. Section number 10 is fun. Section number 10 is revision and one-to-one support. Section number 10 is revision and one-to-one support. So those are the 10 steps that we are trying to work together. Those are the 10 steps that we are trying to work together. So we'll start slowly, one by one. Trust me, it will be fun. We'll do a lot of fun activities for you to learn things. We'll look at very, very practical solutions for the problems that's available. I'm sure all of you all will be able to pass the exams. You need some commitment, and we'll push you for that commitment. We will be sending reminders for you to do the mock exam. We'll be sending reminders for you to do the feedback. And we give the feedback individually. After you do the mock paper, we'll do the feedback individually. The classes are there on Saturday, all online. If you miss a class, nothing to worry. There are recorded version available. We might have some hybrid session if you are here, but mostly sessions are online. If you miss a session, no problem. You can go and watch the video. We'll have a very active WhatsApp group. You can ask questions. You can send me a message. Even now, if there's anything that you need additional help, you have my number here, and I will be there in the WhatsApp group to answer your questions as well. We are at Nanaska. We believe if you fail, we fail. So we want to ensure that we work together and you pass the exams, right? So that's the introduction to the management level case study for February 2025. So let's work together. Register today. We'll start the game from the next week, and I'm sure it will be enjoyable journey with us, and you pass the exams, and we'll do a lot of things to improve your leadership part as well. So WhatsApp groups will be created after you register. We'll create the WhatsApp group and we will add you. So there will be a lot of people from our side in the WhatsApp group who will load industry videos every week for you to watch, the homework, reminders for the homework. Trust me, WhatsApp group is a very active group, and it will be very useful for all of you. I need commitment of time from you, maybe 1 hour every day. On Sundays, Saturdays, little bit more time, because you need to do maybe at least, we'll give you about 8 mocks. You will need to do at least 6 mock papers, which each one is for 3 hours. You need to allocate that time on the day off that you have of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever the day is available. So that's the introduction from my side. Any questions? That's the introduction from my side. Any questions? So join for the sessions, so we can then help you. We can work together and ensure you will get the full support from us. So I want to break the session into two. I want to break the session into two. This is my introduction. But I want to do a little bit further discussion on the KYP today as well. I would like to do a further discussion on the KYP today as well. right? So before I kind of will take a little break and then go for the KYP discussion, you can take a little break as well. However, before that, I would like to ask you a few questions. I would like to ask you a few questions. I am going to ask the question now. You got to reply in 5 seconds. You got to reply in 5 seconds. Let's see how many people can reply in 5 seconds. Are you ready? Are you ready? You got to reply in 5 seconds. I'm going to say the question. You got to reply in 5 seconds. Okay. Question number 1. What is the name of the company that is in the case study for your exams? What is the name of the company in the case study for your exams? Very good. Shiny glass. Very good. Question number 2. We manufacture doors and windows. We manufacture doors and windows. Why is that our doors and windows are different from the rest? What is the feature in our doors and windows which make it different from the rest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Double glaze. Double glaze. In countries where there is a very strong weather, where the temperature might be 1, 2, or temperature might be minus. Temperature might be minus. So in such a situation, it's a very difficult life, whatever we say, right? There are countries like Sweden, some part of Sweden will have the sunlight only for 1 hour during the winter. In the entire winter, they'll have the sunlight only for 1 hour. Not easy. So therefore, having a heating system is very, 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 very important. What is the usual energy source for the heating system? What is the usual energy source for the heating system? Very good. Gas. I like to see that because I'm working with litro gas. Very good. In our course with you, we have 10 different steps available. In our course with you, we have 10 different steps available. What is the step number 6? 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 Wow, very good. Refresh theory is the step number 6. Refresh theory is the step number 6. We give you one mock paper in one section for you to get a feel about the question and answer. Actually, we give you the mock paper and the answer both. Mock paper and answer both is given for you to get a feel about what kind of questions do come on the exam day. What do you call that section? What do you call that section? What do you call that section? 1, 2. Wow, a lot of people can't remember that. What do you call that section? No, that section is called practice. That section is called practice. What is the section where you are given 8 mock papers for you to do under exam conditions? We have an exam engine very similar to CMA exam engine. You can do the 8 mocks in the exam engine. So you will know what it is going to be when you go for the exam day. What do you call that section? Very good. Reality. Very good. Reality. Power mock is different. Power mock is what are the theory questions that you are likely to get from E2, P2, F2. That mock is given. That mock you are not going to do under exam condition. Power mock and F2 mock are not exam condition mocks. Power mock and F2 mocks are for you to read. Under reality section, we give you 8 mocks for you to do under exam conditions. Very happy. Great start. See you on next Saturday to start the game. But let's take a break for sharp 10 minutes. Let's take a break for sharp 10 minutes. After the break, I will do a little bit details about the pre-seed, right? You have my mobile number. Send us a message. Register with Nanaska now itself. Send the email, register. So you will be added to the WhatsApp group earlier. You will get access to some of the documents earlier. That will be good for you. See you in 10 minutes sharp to go into a little bit further details of the pre-seed. Thank you very much. See you in 10 minutes. Thank you very much. See you in 10 minutes. Guys, okay? Is it okay to see you in 10 minutes? No one is responding. Okay. Take a break for 10 minutes. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you.